Hello and welcome. In my previous videos about the Volvo Ailsa, and if you haven't watched them, I will put a little link in for them here, up in the top right hand corner by my channel icon. Anyway, if you have watched them, or when you do watch them, you will see that I make a passing reference to the low height Ailsa, RTO1R. Now, those of you who are into buses will know that the Scottish bus group was very fond of lower height buses, not low bridge, that's something completely different, but low height buses that are around 13'6", 13'8", 13'10", that sort of height, compared with a full height bus which is 14'6" or thereabouts. Now, the problem with the original B55 Ailsa was that it was only available in one height, and that was full height, which meant that the lowest it could potentially be bodywork wise is 14'6". Producing lower height versions of the B55 Ailsa would certainly have increased its appeal to other operators, especially in the Scottish bus group. And in February 1977, a low height prototype B55 Ailsa was delivered to Derby Corporation Transport and given the registration of RTO1R, and was also given the fleet number 71. Now, one of the quirks of the designs of the Ailsa was the gearbox was well and truly under the floor of the lower deck, and to allow the bus to be lowered to become a low height vehicle, the gearbox had to either be lowered further down towards the ground, which made road clearance rather iffy to say the least, or it had to intrude into the saloon, which is less than ideal as it leaves a rather cluttered floor space. And the latter is the design that they went for when they designed the low height Ailsa. Having the gearbox protruding into the lower saloon isn't ideal, not by a long shot to be fair. And sadly, the design never caught on, or they didn't even try to rationalise the design. And 71 was destined to remain unique. In February 1989, RTO1R was re-registered TRR814R by Derby. The registration RTO1R was sold off to raise much needed funds, no doubt, and allegedly it was sold to a man of the cloth, although currently it doesn't seem to be allocated to anything according to the DVLA website. Normally when a vehicle is re-registered and loses what's known as a cherished registration, it's never a good sign. And in the case of 71, it wasn't, because the same year, 1989, it was made available for sale by Derby Corporation Transport. The bus was sold to Eager of Morton, who owned it up to 1996. It was then sold to Doigs of Glasgow. What a wonderful name that is, Doigs. However, in February 1998, the bus was sold again, but this time for preservation, and passed into the hands of Keith Billingsley and the 4738 group. They wanted a thorough restoration done on the bus, so they dispatched it to well-respected bus operator Black Prince of Morley, and 71 was restored to full Derby Corporation Transport livery. A change of circumstances for the group saw the Ailsa change hands again in 2005, going to a preservationist in the Midlands, but it ended up running in service with operator Midland Classic of Burton, which was a testimony to the work that Black Prince had done on it. The bus was sold yet again to WJC Coaches in Scotland, where it entered service. However, during its time with WJC, the bus fell into a state of disrepair and was vandalised. Keith Billingsley and the 4738 group were sad to see the Ailsa that they had originally rescued in such a terrible state, so they made the decision to save it for the second time in 2013. And when the bus was repainted in January 2016, they decided to put it in the livery of Black Prince as a tribute to the company and all the hard work that they'd put into the original restoration of it. The bus is now privately owned and has been on loan to the Black Prince Group between 2019 and 2022, where it's proved to be a very popular vehicle at the events it has attended. Number 71 has some rather strange quirks about it. Unlike all the other Alexander-bodied Ailsas, 71 has a conventional seating layout upstairs with front seats. It has a rearward facing staircase as opposed to a forward ascending staircase, and a front platform where the front windows are. The Alexander bodywork has deeper windows on the top deck compared to those on the lower deck, and certain offside seats on the lower deck are wider than usual because they are situated on top of the gearbox. Coming up on the channel, we will be taking a look in classic bus histories at the Dennis Lance, and this of course nicely includes the Dennis Arrow, which is a video I've been promising you for a long time, but we can't really do one without the other, can we? So dear listener, where do we go from here? Do we go forwards and look at buses like the Dennis Trident, the Dennis Dart, or do we go back to the days of British Leyland and look at the Tiger, or maybe the Bristol LH? It's entirely up to you. Comment down below and let me know where you'd like us to go next. And if you like this video, please like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you know when I make these videos and when I release them. I'd like to thank you very much for supporting the channel by watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.